Well, there you go, guys. Tree is gone. Well, a big tree here that I had to prune all the time, gone. And that's what's left of the deck. That's what we couldn't use for anything. And I can't burn it. It's pressure treated. The only thing that wasn't pressure treated was the steps. Okay, guys, just a quick update. Tomorrow there's going to be no work on the rear end because we have a model meeting. Well, not a model meeting, a model show. So Junior's preparing for that now. Going to hook up with Lodi 3/4 and a bunch of other guys that, if you watch my videos, you'll recognize possibly at cruise night. Hopefully he does well. If not, he's going to learn a lot. And there'll be a lot of vendors there so you can buy stuff if he wants. Update on the rear. We will be ripping the rear out on Sunday and laying the other one up in the car. And the only reason we're laying it is I don't have the purchase yet. Purchase have been ordered. They're shipped. They're on their way. I ordered 4 purchase. Okay, and this is what I ordered and why. I ordered the same width as these. Now these are not the Explorer purchase. The Explorer purchase are actually 1/4 inch. These are 3/16. These are AMC. I ordered the same 2.5 width, but the length, okay, I'm doing the best I can. Instead of being 4.5 inches on the length, is 7 3/4. So it's gonna be like that. Okay, and there's a reason. And I'll explain the reason, and I'll explain the do's and don'ts. Okay. I don't have a tube here to replicate a tube, but I guess I do. My robot tube. There you go. There's the axle tube and there's the perch on a pickup truck because the spring's above. So they've run the longer plates. So when you accelerate and it twists, it has more area to push up on the spring to prevent the spring from wrapping up. If you do it the other way, like this, in a passenger car, the spring curves like this also. And this goes out too far and will actually put 2 pressure points and there'll be an air gap. There'll be an air gap under here to your spring. So the long perches are not recommended for car type use. Okay, but here's the reason I ordered them. I needed 2 long and 2 short for what we're doing. And the guy I ordered the long ones from, which are really nice pieces, they're 1/4 inch plate. They have a center hole, then 1 inch from center to center. They have 1 forward, inch center to center. They have 1 back. So you can put your rear end in 1 inch forward, normal, or 1 inch back. If you're using them on the truck and you lift it and your drive shaft's too short and you want to bring it forward or bring it back, whatever it is, depending on how the spring goes, because the more you walk a spring, the more the rear goes forward, so you might want to put it back, whatever the reason is. But this guy only sold the long ones. Another guy sold the short ones, and I couldn't find out if they were 1/4 inch or not, which really doesn't matter when you're running some kind of traction aid, because you're not really relying on these things with the load anymore. So I figured what I would do is I'd get the long ones and I would shorten them down to whatever length I need for the spring, and I need the other 2 long ones full length for the ladder bars. And I'll show you guys exactly how we're going to attach them to the ladder bars, and that's what's going to hold them to the rear. That's why I went with full length and the thickness, so we don't rip them off. So to me it was easier to just order them from 1 vendor. I know they're all going to get here the same day. He was a quality vendor, he has a good reputation, and I'd rather just cut them down. Because cutting them down is no big deal. I do have a chop box, a metal chop box. We are trying to do everything beginner level, how a person would learn how to do it in their driveway. So he's going to be out there with a protractor setting the drive shaft angle, and I'll recheck it and do whatever we got to do, but that's besides the point. Those things will be here sometime during the week. But we're gonna have the rear up in the car. I want to play around with the brake lines. I did cut those rotors, like I explained to Junior. I need something on there to bleed these brakes and make the car stop. I don't want to buy the new rotors, even at $20 for the two of them, and have them rust up through the winter. I said I'd rather have these things rust back up. I said they came out good. The parking brake area is rough, so I'm trying to go in there and true that down. Forget it. It's not even worth the time. So, also he ordered himself a nice hood scoop. Hood scoop's on its way. Hood scoop's supposed to be here on Monday, which is pretty cool. I like it. He almost bought himself. I thought it would look sick, but depends what you're into, guys. You know, I've always been into wagons since I'm a kid, so it doesn't matter to me. But he almost bought himself the '69 Grumpy Jenkins. I don't know if they called it a Pro Stock scoop. I don't know what they called it back then. Almost like the 2-lane blacktop scoop. You know, it comes up in the front, has a chop, goes all the way in the back, and it's open in the back. And it's like, I don't know, 7 inches tall. He almost bought that when we were at the swap meeting. And he looked at me and goes, nah. I said, good. I said, because you had the other one in your mind, and that's what you wanted. I said, I'm glad you didn't make a hasty decision. So the other one is a actual super stock scoop that a lot of guys ran, because it's very similar to a 6-pack scoop in a way, but they ran it on a super stock AMX. So it's just a wide open scoop in the front, and I think it's looking pretty cool in the car. It's 3.5 inches in the front. The tape is down to a little over an inch in the back, so it's nothing ridiculously tall. So, and he's gonna have his first-handed full-size bodywork. So we're gonna do the scoop in the hood. I'm gonna pop it off. So, with that said, guys, that's my update for tonight. Like I said, tree's done down. The deck is fully cut up. Other than a little bit of the trunk and the stump, tree's gone already. They've been taking everything I put out there. So, we're doing good. So, like I said, look forward to some videos. I think we're going to have a blast under there doing this. He's going to learn a lot. I think it's going to look cool when it's done. And I'm sure you guys already saw the mufflers painted. He's hot on those things, so I'm not going to say no. It's not my car. But it will give a nice visual with the red mufflers and the bright yellow ladder bars. That I will say. So, with that, guys,